Hello, it's Simon Zutshi here. And in this short video, I want to share with you how you can make the most of free property investing training. I put a huge amount of high value free training out there on the internet. And I'm going to share with you how you can make the most out of that. I'm going to share 3 specific resources which you absolutely should be using if you want to become a more successful property investor. I'm also going to share with you details later on about how you can actually access some of my paid training completely free of charge. By watching this video, I'm going to share with you how you could be the lucky person to win some training that other people are paying £2,000 to participate in. Now, you might wonder why people would pay that kind of money when there's so much great information for free. I'm going to explain that later in the video. Now, whether you're new to investing, already an experienced, successful investor, there's a huge amount of value you can gain by watching some of the free training that is available online. However, and this is very important, you've got to be very careful who you listen to. After all, anybody can put out a video on YouTube, they can release a podcast, etc. And you need to check that they actually know what they're talking about. Now, just because they've been successful in property, that doesn't mean they've been able to teach other people to replicate that success. And also, for the last 12 years in the UK, we've had a booming market. If you're listening to someone who has been investing themselves less than 12 years, and certainly teaching people less than 12 years, the danger is that some of the things they're teaching you might not be relevant in the changing 2023 property market. We're seeing property prices start to come down, prices are correcting, and you might use different strategies than you might have used previously. For example, there's a very well-known property trainer who's pretty successful himself, and he does have some successful students, who is talking all about why you should be using off-plan investing in the current market. That is an absolutely stupid thing to be doing, because off-plan investing can work well in a rising market. We are not in a rising market. And besides, when you buy an off-plan property, you're paying a premium anyway, even if you think you're getting a bit of a discount. So that's what I'm saying. You've got to be very, very careful who you listen to. So who am I and how do I know what I'm doing? Well, look, I've been investing in property since 1995. I was able to leave my full-time job at Cadbury's as a senior manager back in 2001. I've been teaching other people how to invest since 2003. I'm the author of Property Magic, the Amazon #1 property bestseller. It's now in its 6th edition. We keep on updating it because you've got to keep your knowledge up to date. What I was doing back 25 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years, 10 years ago, and 5 years ago may not be what you should be doing right now, because the market, it keeps changing. Now, free information is great. And a lot of people say you don't need to pay for any courses because everything you need is free online. And actually, most of my best training I have put completely free online. I've got 3 specific resources I'm going to tell you about how you can access some of that training completely free. However, the problem is when something is free, when people have not paid for it, maybe they don't value it. I absolutely guarantee you, I've got some incredible strategies and training available on this YouTube channel that people would have watched. And because it's free, they would have gone, oh, that's great, moved on to the next video. So here's what you want to do to get the most out of free property investing training. What you want to do is listen very carefully, have a pad and paper if you can, take notes and create an action plan. What are you going to do as a result of the training you've just watched? Because if you just sit there watching videos and videos and doing nothing with the information, well, it might be mentally stimulating, but it's not actually going to make you financially independent. It's not going to help you, okay? And what I'd suggest is imagine that you have paid for the training, even though it might be a free of charge YouTube video. Imagine you've paid because you're going to listen better, you're going to take better notes, and you're going to take more action. So let me start sharing with you these 3 resources you can use. And the first one is this YouTube channel. Now, I put lots of different types of content onto this channel. I'll explain the different types of content and how they might specifically benefit you. So first of all, I do a lot of case studies. We interview some of our successful students to find out exactly what they've done and how they've done it. And also we have videos of presentations where they've been sharing their journey and the results they've achieved. Now, this is really important to watch these kind of case study videos for two very good reasons. First of all, they often share the secret hints and tips that they have used to be successful, and you can just copy what they've done. But for me, the most important reason to watch these case study style videos is because it helps build your belief. It helps you believe, first of all, what is possible, and then also what you can do. Because most of these people are very normal people, but they've just committed, they've invested in themselves, they've taken action, they've been persistent, and they've got life-changing results. So case studies on this YouTube channel, definitely worth watching those. I also have lots of videos where I talk about specific strategies. So if you want to learn about HMO, houses of multiple occupation, or purchase lease options, or rent to rent, I've got specific training videos on this channel that give you a really good overview about those strategies. I also do market updates and news. When things come out that have changed, you need to know about, we update you. And also the final thing I do is time sensitive opportunities. For example, earlier in December, I did a video about how the next 2 weeks could be a great time to pick up a great deal. And the whole idea was that there are lots of people who've been struggling to sell their property. And if you can agree a sale just before Christmas, they can sit back and relax and really enjoy Christmas, knowing they have sold their property. Now, you're not going to complete a sale before Christmas, but as long as they have the confidence that you're going to move forward, they can relax, and you might get a great deal because of that. Whether you're buying a property, trying to agree a rent to rent or a purchase option, you just want to give that peace of mind to that seller. But that information was very timely, a specific time of year. So what I recommend you do to make sure that you get the videos as they come out is, first of all, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, by the way, because that helps us, but also make sure you hit the bell icon. Now, what that means is you get notified whenever a new video comes out. And as some of these videos are time sensitive information and opportunities, it's no good you watching them 6 months after they come out. You want to watch it as soon as it comes out. So this YouTube channel, please watch the videos, fill your boots. There's loads of really valuable content here for you. My next recommendation, number 2. Oh, by the way, in a minute, I'm going to share with you how you could win a £2,000 training. We have a 3-day course called our Mastermind Accelerator. We have the physical version, which is a £3,000 course, and we have a virtual version. In fact, let me do the competition right now. I would love you to come and comment below. For every 20 comments we have, my team are going to randomly pick someone at the beginning of January to come and join us on our 3-day virtual Mastermind Accelerator. Other people have paid £2,000 plus VAT. Now, I'll explain later why people pay for training, and there's a money back guarantee in all our 3-day courses and home study courses. So they really have got nothing to lose. But if you put a comment below this video, for every 20 comments, we will randomly pick out one person, and also we'll post below to say who the winners are. We're not just making this up. We're genuinely going to give away this training course that other people have paid £2,000 for. You can come and participate just for putting down a comment. If you're one of the people picked, for every 20 comments we have, we will give away a fully paid place on this training. Now, it's virtual, so you can participate from wherever you are in the world. And this is such high value training. Everyone who does our year-long mastermind program, we want them to do this 3-day course first, because it helps them get a flying start. And we teach all the strategies for my year-long mastermind program. So that's the prize we're giving away. I'll mention it later again. Make sure you come and comment below. My team are going to select, out of every 20 people, one person who is going to win this incredible training. Now, the second resource out of 3 that I want to share with you is my Property Magic podcast. Every Tuesday morning, I release a new episode of the podcast. It's only 10 to maybe 20 minutes long, and it's no interview. It's just me sharing some valuable content, sometimes from my book, sometimes from my year-long mastermind program, something from the deals I'm doing, or so what I've learned from some of my students. And again, sometimes it's very topical, timely information. Sometimes it's very general information. There are over 30 hours over 170 episodes as I record this that you can get access to completely free of charge. So it's a great way. I'm not sure if you listen to podcasts yet, but maybe when you're traveling or you're standing in a queue at a supermarket or you're walking the dogs or what would normally be dead time, you can take that time and make it learning and education time. And so 15 minutes or so for each episode is a very short amount of time for you to consume some great content that will really help you move forward and be a more successful investor. You can find the Property Magic podcast by searching online. If you have an iPhone, go to the podcast app, type in Property Magic podcast, and I recommend you listen to the latest episode first, and then you can go and look. All of the episodes are listed. Go and pick up the ones that are particularly relevant to you. We talk about lots of different types of strategies, so go and have a good look at that. If you're on an Android phone, simply go to Google Play, do a search there, or you can even listen on Spotify. I think you can go to Audible and even Amazon, type in Property Magic Podcast and listen to those completely free of charge. And look out for the new episode coming out every Tuesday morning. And then the third resource I want to share with you is, you know what? All this free content and information is great, but often people get overwhelmed. There's so much free information, people don't know where to start. That's why I've created something I call the Property Magic Challenge. Now, we did this in 2022. It's incredibly successful. We're bringing it back in 2023. The Property Magic Challenge is a 5-day challenge. And what we do for just 1 hour a day, and we do it UK lunchtime, so 1 p.m. through to 2 p.m. So it works if you're in the UK, even if you work, you can listen at lunchtime. If you're in Europe, if you're in the Middle East, it's kind of late afternoon. If you're in Asia, it's in the evening. If you're in America, it's first thing in the morning. So it's a live online challenge. You register, it's completely free of charge. And for 5 days, I will go through a step-by-step process that will either get you started in your property investing, or it will get you restarted. Maybe you're already investing and you've lost your momentum, or you need your mojo, or something's got in the way and stopped you moving forward. This will really help you, because what we do, we start off working out what do you want to achieve and why do you want it. Day 2 is all about how do you finance your property deals. And most people, they use their own money first, but they're going to run out of money. So we teach you how you can use your resources and other people. Day 3 is actually about how to find deals in your area. And most people actually find a deal in their area on the Property Magic where they've struggled to find a deal before. Day 4 is about raising your profile. We talk about how you do that and why you should be doing that. Then day 5, which is my favorite day, is all about mindset. I believe your success, 80% of it is down to your mindset. So we really help you understand how you can improve your mindset and really move forward and get the confidence and overcome fear to move forward in your property investing. So it's completely free of charge. It is live, so we don't do it all the time. You have to come and join it. There's going to be a link below this video to come and check out the Property Magic Challenge, completely free. If you want, you can upgrade for a VIP experience where you spend a little bit of time for an hour before the main session with a very small group of VIPs. It's a great way to connect and meet with other people. So that's the third resource I wanted to tell you about that you should absolutely be using to become a more successful investor. Now, some people say, look, you don't need to do any paid courses. There's all the information you need online. And to a certain extent, I agree with that. I mean, a lot of my best content and training you can access for free, either on this YouTube channel, on the Property Magic podcast, or on the Property Magic Challenge. However, my question to you is this. If free information alone is enough, how come everyone is not already a property multimillionaire? Are you a property multimillionaire yet? Well, if you're not, why not? If you're watching all these YouTube videos, what's stopping you? Well, as I said, often people don't value what they've not paid for. You could be hearing the best information, but if you've not paid for it, you might not really take it to heart and use it. Whereas people who've paid absolutely will listen carefully and they'll want to get a return on that investment they've made, and they're going to take action. So when you do a paid training, you're actually investing in yourself. You are backing yourself and you become more investable. If you want to work with other people, joint ventures or private money, do you think they're going to want to make sure you know what you're doing? If you say, well, I've watched a few YouTube videos, I think I worked this out, that may not be enough for them to give you loads of money. Whereas you say, well, I've been on a paid training course, I've been given a strict plan to follow, a step-by-step formula for success. Here's what I'm doing. Here's my results. They're far more likely to want to work with you. So somebody who's watching this video, in fact, maybe several people, for every 20 comments below this video, my team are going to pick out one person who's get to come on our next 3-day virtual Mastermind Accelerator. Most of our Mastermind Accelerators are physical events. About once a year, we do a virtual event. The next one's coming out 6th to 8th of January. It's 3 days of online training. Other people on this training have paid £2,000 plus VAT to be there. Now, here's a tip for you. If ever you do free training, I've got a couple of tips. First one is make sure there's some sort of money back guarantee. What we do on our paid 3-day courses and our home study courses is we say, look, up to halfway through, you can get your money back. So on a 3-day course, basically after a whole day and a half of valuable information, if it's not what you expected, if it's not for you, even if it's great training, but you say, well, it's just not for me, just let my team know and you get all of your money back. I think that's pretty fair because, you know, we can never get that content, that valuable information back out of your head, but you can get all your cash back. So we actually are taking the risk because we know when you pay for training, actually with us, you're not going to want your money back. Because I've been doing this a very long time. I've become very good, if I say so myself, at simplifying things, helping people understand and gain the belief and confidence that you can absolutely do this. So that's the first thing, make sure there's a money back guarantee. Also, you want to make sure the person who's teaching you has not only been successful themselves, but they've got lots of other successful students who've gone through the training, applied the training, and got great results, the results that you're looking to achieve. And my final tip here is that you might think, we have lots of people who look really good. Go through lots of free content, go through my podcast, go through the Property Magic Challenge, go through this YouTube channel and listen to other people as well. And pick someone who you resonate with, people who have done what you want to achieve. They've got loads of successful case studies, but also you connect and resonate with them. You may connect with me, in which case I might be the best person for you to train with. If you don't really connect to me, hey, I might not be the person. There might be someone else who might be better for you. But go and consume lots of free content. Work out, does this make sense? If it does, then maybe step up to the next level. Because when you invest in yourself, you become more investable. You get a step-by-step plan to follow. And instead of having all this overwhelm of all this stuff, paid courses will show you, right, this is what you actually need to do to move forward. Come and check out the Property Magic Challenge. That's exactly what we do, but that's actually completely free of charge. And a small step for you to make a small investment is, why not come and attend one of the Property Investor Network meetings? Now, if you're based around the UK, there are 50 PIN meetings. In January 23, 42 of those are going to be physical and 8 of them are going to be virtual. So if you go to pinmeeting.co.uk, you can look at all the meetings listed. There might be a physical one close to you. If you're investing outside of your area, or if you're an international investor investing in the UK, there might well be a virtual meeting in your investing area so you can attend virtually. And it's only £20 to come along, a very small investment. But again, we want to take the risk away. If you've never been to a PIN meeting, you can come to your very first meeting completely free of charge. All you do is you go to pinmeeting.co.uk, you look for the local meeting you want to attend, you click on that, you scroll down to the bottom of the page where you normally pay your £20 to attend a meeting. If you've never been before, you can simply use my surname where it says pay with a voucher code. Click on that. Put in your details, put in my surname, Zutshi, which is Z-U-T-S-H-I, Z-U-T-S-H-I. It will bypass the payment page and you can come to your first meeting completely free and see what you've been missing out on. So I recommend you put the date of the PIN meetings in your diary. It's a great place to get more learning and content, also to connect with other local investors who are investing, to build your confidence about what can be done and potentially meet people who you can work with as well. So remember, actions from this particular video. First of all, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon to make sure you get notified, particularly for those time-sensitive videos that come out, to make sure you get them and can take action quickly on those. I love it if you can like this video. And if you put a comment below, for every 20 comments, my team will randomly pick one person and that person out of every 20, so we could have, if we get 2,000 comments, we'll have 100 people come for free. But still, what we're going to do is we're going to pick, for every 20 people, we're going to pick one person who can come and join us on the Mastermind Accelerator virtual training we're doing on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of January. Other people are paying £2,000 to be on this course. Comes with money back guarantee, but you could do it completely free of charge just by putting in a comment and being one of the lucky people picked out of every 20 people who comment. So comment on the video below, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and check out the other resources I mentioned for you. There's the Property Magic podcast. Go and do that next. And also look below this video for a link to come and join the Property Magic Challenge. The next one we're doing, it will move you forward more in just 5 hours than most people achieve in a month doing this on their own. So as ever, I encourage you to invest with knowledge, invest with skill. I do hope this video has been useful to show you how you can get the most out of free property training courses and free property training education videos. Invest with knowledge, invest with skill. Enjoy the next video. I do hope you got massive value from watching this YouTube video. I'd encourage you to click on the link below to come and do the online training with me. And I've got another video lined up for you, which I think is also going to be really useful that you should watch once you've registered for the online training with me. So invest with knowledge, invest with skill. I'll see you very soon.